Hello and welcome to our master makeup class this Tuesday. We're so excited to share with you some different tips about making your skin look flawless. And we're going to also be showing you a couple new correctors, talking about concealers, under eye correctors. So this is the first class of a series of 6 weeks. And when you participate in it, make sure you check out on Beauty Time some of the specials that you can do. There's actually a form that you can fill out so you can participate and even get some bonuses for participating and joining us with this class. So again, this is basically foundations. We're talking about foundations tonight, and Thursday night we're going to be talking about contouring and highlighting. So make sure that you tune in then also. So I'm Mary Beth Pfeiffer, and I'm a senior sales director with Mary Kay. And I want to introduce Linda Yeager. Linda, so I live in Bennington, Nebraska, and Linda is in Missouri. So share a little bit about you, Linda, and where you live.
Okay, thank you, Mary Beth. Well, I live in Kimberling City, Missouri. It's in the southwest corner of the state, just west of the great town of Branson, Missouri. And I know many of you have heard about Branson because they have great shows, great silver dollar cities there. They just have a lot of fun entertainment things. We just celebrated our year anniversary down here on July 27th. So officially just a hair over a year. Love the winters, love the flowers, the birds. I really enjoy it here, although I miss so much all my Mary Kay friends and Mary Kay family back in Nebraska. But the good thing is, with technology the way it is, here I am tonight, and everybody gets to see my smiling face. So it is so great.
And have
Yes.
fun.
And I stepped down from directorship right before we moved. Just a lot of stuff going on in my life. I just felt I just had to not had to put Mary Kay on the back burner a little bit. But that's the thing I love about this company. Uh, After a year, I think I'm kind of just getting the itch to really build my business. As soon as this COVID stuff kind of clears out, I will be promoting my business. So, I was so sad that so many great events got canceled this year where we could personally see each other, career conference, seminar. Next year, we'll be back bigger and better. I'm sure of
That's
it.
right. That's right. And like you said, we get to join this way. So isn't that exciting? And
Yes.
and then we have Leah Lide from Columbus, Nebraska. And we were just chatting about if you take a look at our different skin tones. So we are going to talk about the different foundations and how to choose a foundation, how to conceal. But before we do that, Leah, you want to just share a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I've been in Mary Kay for about 4 years now. I've used Mary Kay since I know. I've used Mary Kay since I was 18. I've known Mary Beth for 100 years. It seems like. She has been my mother and my rock for a long time. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. So.
When we join Mary Kay, we think that we're going to be we're starting a new business and we're entrepreneurs and it's a new adventure. And what we don't realize is we get a family, we get camaraderie, we get a sisterhood, and it's just such a pleasant surprise. I think it takes us all by surprise because you can't really describe that.
That is true.
Okay, I'm going to start with a video about flawless face, and then Leah, do you have your foundation primer there? Do you want to talk a little bit about foundation primer when I come back and show how to use that?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. Hold on, I have to share my screen. And here we go.
Awesome.
At Mary Kay, we love a flawless face. But when you're faced with a blemish, redness, or dark circles,
Sometimes foundation alone isn't enough. I'm Mary Kay celebrity makeup artist Virginia Lindsay, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to achieve a flawless look by using Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer and Under Eye Corrector. Okay, first let's talk about what concealer is. How is it different from foundation and why do we need it? The difference is in the formula of the product. Concealer contains a more concentrated amount of pigment than foundation. This means that you can apply concealer to a trouble spot and it will provide the coverage you need without becoming thick or cakey. Concealer can be used in several ways. It can be worn alone on the skin, or it can be worn over foundation to provide extra coverage in problem areas. And customers of any age, skin tone, or skin type can use concealer if needed. So let's play, shall we? My friend Andrea wants a quick fix for when she's out running errands on the weekend. She has a little redness to cover around the nose, forehead, and chin. Now, Perfecting Concealer comes in 6 shades from light ivory to deep bronze, and I think light beige is perfect. So, when you open the tube, you'll notice it has a doe foot applicator.
Oops.
Use this to apply 2 or 3 dots of concealer directly on the skin to any of the areas you choose. See how the applicator helps place the product precisely where you need it? Now gently tap with your ring finger until the product blends into the surrounding area. You want to use a tapping motion, not a rubbing motion, which can actually remove the product. Allow the concealer to dry so the edges are blended for a smooth, seamless finish. Here's a tip. Instead of your finger, you can also use the cream eye color concealer brush for even more precision. A great benefit of the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer is that the creamy, lightweight formula will never feel heavy or cakey, and it won't settle into fine lines. As a matter of fact, the formula uses a light diffusing technology to help blur the appearance of fine lines and optically correct imperfections. And since it's concentrated, a little goes a long way, just as you see. Now, if you're looking for a little more coverage, you can apply Perfecting Concealer over your foundation in the areas that you need it most. Make sure you've applied liquid or cream foundation to create an even base over the whole face. Then apply dots of concealer over dark spots just where you need it, and tap them with your finger to blend. This incredible formula is blendable and buildable, so you can always add another layer if needed. One thing to remember, if you wear Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation, always apply concealer before your foundation, because you wouldn't want to apply a powder before cream. That could get messy. Now you're thinking, what about these dark circles? How do I cover these? Great news, we're going to take care of those right now. If your skin tone is bronze or deep bronze, Perfecting Concealer works on the skin under your eyes to provide all the coverage you need. Hooray! But if your skin tone falls somewhere between light ivory and deep beige, this is when you'll want to reach for the under eye corrector for some extra help. Here's where we use a little bit of art and science on our face. You ready? In order to cancel out one color, you have to cover it with the opposite color on the color wheel. Since dark circles have blue tones, we want to find the color opposite blue on the wheel, which is orange or peach. So by putting the peach under eye corrector on the skin, it counteracts the blue dark circles. Apply the corrector in the same way you apply concealer, using 3 dots and gently blending. That looks great. Now we need to match the under eye area to the rest of your skin. You can layer Perfecting Concealer right on top in the color that best matches your skin tone. And there we go. Your face is perfectly blended and bright. And one extra benefit to remember, not only do Perfecting Concealer and Under Eye Corrector look great, they're also infused with antioxidants to help protect your skin from damaging free radicals. So now you've seen how wonderful these products look and feel, and learned how easy it is to apply them. Beautiful products, beautiful results.
Okay, so the first thing, there are some secrets that a makeup artist always use. So Leah, I want you to talk about the foundation primer, that first secret that that makeup artists use, and share how you put that on and why.
Okay.
I'm putting mine on as you're putting yours on.
Okay. This is our foundation primer, and it feels very powdery, I guess is the way you want to look at it. And you put it on, so it is your first kind of protection between, it's got an SPF of 15, and it helps your foundation stay on longer. And you just put it on your finger. Oh, of course, mine's got to be difficult. You rub it in between, and you just put it like where you would like lose your foundation or touch your face. So I always put it around my nose, there and here and here. I don't necessarily put it all over my face because it seems to stay better if I just put it where I have a tendency to touch my face.
So yes, down the center of the face. Usually you don't have to use that, like take it clear out, because you don't lose your makeup that much back there. And plus your pores are always larger here. And so, and it is always good to warm that a little bit between your fingertips before you put that on. So that's our first step. Now we're going to talk about a couple correctors. Right now we have a mint corrector, which Linda's going to show you how to use. We also have a lavender one that will be coming out. And I'm going to show you a couple pictures, and then I'm going to let Linda demonstrate this. So hold on, let me share this.
I had to put my glasses back on so I could see.
Okay, sure. I want to be able to see this a little bit better. Okay, so you can see how she uses the mint to cover red. The purpose of the mint is to cover red. And then if you want to cover, I want to show you brown spots. That's where you're going to use lavender. So you can see how she has the sun spotting in through this area, brown or yellow spots that she wants to cover. And I want you to see what that looks like after she covers it. And then I would use the matte foundation after this. So you can see how that works. Again, using that whole color wheel, you're using the opposite color on the color wheel, just like she was talking about the under eye corrector. So Linda, I am going to turn that over to you, and I want you to share, how do you use that?
Okay, I do have quite a bit of redness. I'm going to pull up my mirror here. I have some on my chin here. So I just dab that. I have a spot here, a spot right under my nose, a couple spots here. And so I just kind of dab that right where I want it. And then this time of year, I'm a great believer in our CC Cream foundation. So I'm just going to just put a little bit on this foundation brush.
Which foundation brush are you using, Linda?
Hang on just a second, I lost you. Okay, I'm using the old brush, but I like the new one too. I just had some of these, so I kind of used them up. So then I just pat that kind of right where those spots are. And then from there, I just blend. And I'm really happy with this product because tonight I'm kind of I don't have a lot of redness. You know, at my age, I might wake up some morning and my whole face is red. But this just covers and it lasts. I will find that that I will go all day and this redness won't return. So
wow,
it really just takes it all out. And then I actually like to myself use a little bit of our luminous wear just in this area, just to give my face a little bit more lightness. But you can see just
I'd love to see that on you.
The what?
Do you have your luminous handy? I would love to see that.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. So while you're doing that, oh, before you go, Linda, why do you use the CC cream? Tell me why you using the properties of the CC cream.
I like the CC cream this time of year where I'm in and out a lot. And of course, I do use the repair set, and the night cream has the retinol. So it is very highly recommended that we always have sunscreen on our face. Between the primer and that sunscreen and the CC cream, I feel I don't have to just slather my face with any other sunscreens. And I used to go to horse shows and I'd come out and look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because my nose would always get sunburned when I took the girls to horse shows. So I just don't have any problem just by using the CC cream and the primer. That seems to give me enough SPF protection. I don't ever get my face sunburned anymore at all. So
nice.
Okay, I'm going to go grab that Luminous. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Leah, do you use any concealers, under eye correctors? Do you use any correction?
Occasionally I'll use the under eye corrector. Like now, I've been under a little bit of stress, so I don't know if you can see the dark circles under my eyes.
Okay, so show how, you go ahead and put yours on. I'm going to put mine on too. Show how you use your under eye corrector.
Okay. I just kind of like the video. I know it's weird. You got to have your mouth open. I don't know. And I use our beauty blender.
Okay, and I'm using the concealer brush.
Yeah, see, I don't know if it's because I like the tip, because it seems to get like up into my lashes, like where I need it. So I just kind of dab it in there like this.
So now I use the, and you can see our eye shape is very different. I use the concealer brush, or the cream brush, because I have a lot of deep settedness down in through this area.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to get that sponge down in there. And so the brush works really well for me to do that in through that area right there.
Yeah, and I don't always like to use, I mean, for my personal, I don't use the Fun Paws because it just, I don't know, it just feels weird, I guess. It's kind of me.
I also, so then Linda, go ahead and show how you use that Luminous, and then I'm going to show the matte.
I just put just a very little bit on my brush. This might even be a little too much. And I just kind of, then I blend it out. And I just like the finish that Luminous gives my skin.
It just really brightens it, doesn't it?
Yes, yep.
Now, I, in the summer, get a little bit oily. So I use the matte, and I'm using the blending brush. And I want you what you do is you just work and you blend it out. So if you saw how Linda was working with the flat brush, she went more like this. You brush it more. When you use the blending brush, you use more of a buffing or a circular motion to blend that. Yeah, this is my dark foundation. I mean, I've got a little tan.
You look so nice, Mary Beth. And I will say, I love the blending brush. And I don't always use it for everyday makeup, but if I'm church Sunday morning, some place, because most of the day I'm right here in my office in front of my computer. But if I know we're going to be out and about, I always finish with that blending brush. It just gives such a great finish.
It is. It's really just a nice, it just gives you kind of a real natural finish.
Yes, almost an airbrush look too. So I love that.
It is. The nice thing about our liquid foundation is it does have the 3D formula. So there's an actual anti-aging formula in there. It defends, it buys, it delays.
Delivers.
Okay, so now I just am going to take I have a couple little areas that I'm going to touch. And honestly, I like tapping my concealer in, just tapping it.
So what do you do? I mean, what is the difference between tapping it in and maybe, because like I said, I use my blending brush for a lot of that. So I guess what would be?
Yes, the blending brush too. I like using the blending brush also. And I really like using the blending brush to then just kind of smooth everything out. I don't actually move it at all. I just press it. I just press
Cool.
it. And when you use the blending brush, what you want to do is you run it under the water and you want to squeeze it about 4 times. And then squeeze it out so it's barely damp. And what that does is that just gives you a really fresh finish. You don't feel like you have any makeup on at all. In fact, you don't look like you have any makeup on. And it blends everything together. So let's say that this was a special occasion, a wedding or something that you had to be, look fabulous all day. You can actually layer any of our products. So you could put another layer. So if I wanted to give myself a little bit of luminosity up through this area, I could use a layer of the Luminous foundation that Linda put on and then give some brightness through my face. If I wanted to contour or highlight, we'll be talking about next week, I like to use the cream to powder foundations. But the cream to powder foundations, if you want even a more coverage, these are wonderful. You know, the people who use cream to powder foundations are very, very loyal to them. You cannot get them to try anything else. It goes on like a cream, dries as a matte powder. It's beautiful on the skin and great coverage. So let's say that you have an occasion coming up and maybe you've damaged your skin somehow, like I ran into the dresser one time. But anyway, the cream to powder foundation, between my concealers and the cream to powder foundation, that is really great at hiding that. Also, the correcting pens, those are handy to keep around if you run into the dresser.
I'm going to try not to do that.
By the way, we moved the dresser after I ran into it twice. Okay, so how do you choose a foundation? It really depends on how you want it to feel. We also have the mineral powder foundation, which is beautiful. But what you want to do is, like when you get over 40, a liquid foundation will look a little bit more natural on your skin. So what brush do you use with that, Leah? You want to show?
For my mineral powder foundation?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to laugh, but this is what I use.
You can clean your tools.
that is clean.
Oh, that's scary. You can get a new one of those. But speaking of those, of our little flat sponges, some people really like to bake. And so when you bake, what you do is you take your translucent powder. I like doing this best with that little sponge that Leah was just showing. But what you do is you set translucent powder. My camera is like opposite, so I have a hard time remembering. I need to go that way. So you set that translucent powder kind of heavy in that area. And I like to do that through this area and this area also, because this is an area that I really can get oily throughout the day. And ideally, you like to have that set for about 10 minutes. Because basically the warmth of your skin is baking that into the skin So then your products will last a long time and you look like you have flawless skin. So while I'm baking, I look like I have war paint on. I know that a lot of people right now are really struggling out there, struggling because they're feeling fatigued. They're feeling fatigued with the virus. They're feeling fatigued with everything that's happening in our world today. And I want you to share maybe what you've learned through Mary Kay that helps you stay focused and keep your attitude where you want your attitude to be, and maybe how that's changed from before you came into Mary Kay. Linda, how would you answer that?
Okay, well, the great thing about Mary Kay is the basic foundations of our company just help us through I think through any hard time we go through, whether it's a pandemic wide thing, whether it's just a personal trauma we're going through, the philosophies that Mary Kay taught women just help us to stay focused, to we have this whole sisterhood when we do need it, and that is just awesome. I just feel so bad for women out there who maybe don't have a support group. I'll get on and I see Nancy Osborne, I see Annika Crafton, I see Jill, and I see you, and I see your mom, and it just is such a you have friends there that you can count on should you need them. So that helps, I think, a great with our own businesses, of course, because we can always go up to our directors to when we're feeling like we really need a booster talk, and then just that whole network of women. And I think we found that true through this year, where we weren't even able to see each other in the person-to-person big events that we normally look so forward to. But thank goodness for the technology of Facebook and other things that we can still have that closeness, even though we can't be close. Mm-hmm. I do also think that, one of Mary Kay's, one of my favorite sayings of hers, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I have been able to help a lot of my customers who are in jobs where they have to wear a mask all day long. They have really some awful skin issues. Mm-hmm. And Mary Kay has great products that will help them, because they don't want to come home, take off that mask, and this part of their face is nice, and this part is red and chapped and just a mess, really, from wearing that mask all day. So, we have a great opportunity for our business and to serve our customers just through this also. So, it's just, you can take about anything in life and turn it around and find the silver lining. And I think Mary Kay really was good at that, because when anybody, and I think all of us have read her autobiography, she had some tough times in life. She did. Life wasn't always rosy for Mary Kay, but she just persevered and she came through it. And I think she taught her leaders that perseverance, and that in turn has been brought down to all of us. So I think Mary Kay is a godsend to a lot of women, not only with the products we can help people with, but with our personal lives, with just being friends with our customers, being not only they're not only our clients, they're our friends. So I think it's brought out the best of the Mary Kay world, I think, this pandemic, which is good.
I think so too. And Linda, you brought up an important fact. There are I really do believe that you should wear your foundation under your mask. You need that protection, because when you're talking all that bacteria,
all that moisture,
and moisture. But some companies require you not to. And so that goes back to what Leah showed you with that primer. Just putting that primer on at least gives your skin some protection. It's clear, it feels silky, you won't feel it on your skin, and it will give you some protection under that mask. So if you
Yes.
can't wear your foundation, put your moisturizer on and then go ahead and put your foundation on, and put your foundation primer on.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
absolutely. And our skincare is so great to help out the women who have to wear a mask all day long, and even the men. I mean, I've had some clients. There's a lot of men out there who, it actually with their facial hair, sometimes it's even worse for them.
It is. It is. So, Leah, what skills have you learned, and how have you used those skills to get you through this period of time?
Well, I would say my leadership skills have definitely enhanced while I was in Mary Kay. I didn't, coming into this business, I didn't always see myself as a leader. You've brought that out and taught us how to look at things differently. Building my team of women, and still building my team, moving forward into directorship, which is my ultimate goal right now. And just seeing that come to fruition has been, is going to be one of my greatest accolades in life. I didn't always see myself as a leader, but we don't always see the good in ourselves until somebody points it out to us. So, and that's what I've gained the most, is just trying to stay positive through everything that's gone on and reaching up instead of, you surround yourself with positive people, you're going to end up being positive. You surround yourself with negative people, you're going to be stuck at the bottom. So,
and I think that's why so many people are feeling fatigue right now, is because we're all at home. And sometimes our own minds are the dangerous place to be. And we do have to reach out. And haven't you noticed that when you take the time to make up, when you take the time to put your face on, when you take the time to put your lips on, to take care of yourself, you really do change the way you feel all day.
I actually had a buddy of mine the other day said, Leah, go put your makeup on. It makes you feel better.
Well, yes. I mean, you went through a tough couple weeks. It's when you go through tragedy in your life, it's sometimes you have to force yourself to put your makeup on, but that when you do, that gives you some normalcy. It gives you some feeling of control when, through tragedy, you don't have control.
It was just funny that he actually paid attention to that. That's what's really.
You know what men do? They really do, whether they admit it or not. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off.
You're going to finish baking?
I'm done baking. And I'm going to bring this up close so you can kind of see. So you can see how that makes this part of my skin look so flawless. Now, some people bake their entire face. I don't, but you can do that if you want to. Didn't mean to do that.
I thought, oh wait, no, it's only me. What's going on?
I'm not very good at controls.
It's a technical thing, right?
So we talked about under. I just on Beauty Time just posted a special package, under and over package, and the under is the primer. The other secret that a lot of makeup artists use is what goes over, and that is the finishing spray. And Leah, do you have your finishing spray handy? Okay, well, you want to show how you use your finishing spray?
Well, it depends upon, I guess, my day. I put it on two different ways. If I'm just kind of don't need it to like go for the day, I guess, or I mean, it goes for the day, but if I need it a little bit stronger, I put it on my blending sponge. This. Yep, and I push it into my skin. Otherwise, I just spray it. Most of the time, I get too close, so.
Show them that X and cross spray.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt now. Is that?
Close your mouth, Leah. You can't be laughing while you do it.
I know. See, I missed my face. I got my head.
I think that's why I put it on the sponge. But you know, you can do it either way.
Right.
So you do a cross and then a T, and it gets you, and it really sets your makeup so it lasts all day. So, and if any of you have any questions, make sure that you post the questions, and I'll go in and answer those. But we really do appreciate you coming in and joining us. Thursday, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about how to create contour and shape the face. So if you want to do that, then send your consultant a picture of your face without makeup on, with your hair back, because that's when we truly get to see the shape of our faces. But we're going to be talking about how to do that. And if you would like to join us actually live, then please post and let me know. And we can do this via Zoom so we can have more people on and actually be playing and learning a little bit more together. If you like just watching, that's fine too. We just really appreciate you. And one of the reasons, or one of the things that I love so much about my business is the fact that y'all are out there. And that keeps me grounded. And I think together, when we lift each other together, we really can conquer anything. And as women, we really are the stability of the household. Have you noticed that?
Amen.
Yes. And so it's why it's important that you self-care. It's why it's important for you to do your skincare, to take care of yourself and put your makeup on and pamper yourself with an in-home facial. You know, I was just reading an article from, I don't even remember what was, one of the top magazines. One of the things they said is pamper yourself with an in-home facial. Do that. You'll feel fabulous. So just give your consultant a call, and she's going to help you and tell you exactly what to do. And who knows, maybe you want to have some friends join and have a group appointment virtually.
There we go.
But thank you, Leah, and thank you, Linda, for joining me tonight. It was so much fun. I appreciate you. And we will see you on Thursday night.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you for having me.
Loved having you, Linda.